All right, guys, starting with the kitchen, this red line is the waterfall or the radiant floor heating manifold. This is the column. Measurements, this column's 131 off this wall, and I think it was 79, yeah, 79 off the exterior. So, I mean, that fits when you do the overhang. I mean, it's going to be close because if you do a foot overhang, that's the front of the cabinet there. Yeah, we have 10 inches. I mean, a typical overhang's a foot, so it'll come in contact with it. They'll have to notch the front edge of the countertop around it. I don't know if that's an issue. Only way around that is to put the island closer or make these shallower. But if this being the manifold, I want to keep it out of these cabinets. This was the microwave cabinet. So when you're looking at the island from the back, here's that manifold. So, I mean, we can put a partition in here so we still have these shelves. They would just end at the red line, and this would be used up by the manifold. I don't know if having wall ends here is going to be an issue with it. Right now, I mean, you should have plenty of space. That's the front of the cabinet case to the front of the island. Yes, is 60 inches. I mean, that's plenty of room. On this side, you have 40 inches. I mean, maybe 2 inches, slide it this way, a couple inches. But if we move the island towards the cooktop here, we're going to run out of cabinet to cover that. So we'd have to make these deeper. So let me know what you want to do there. Back of the island, microwave, standard installation. Take a look at what that means, flush versus a standard installation. This can be an open cabinet. That shelf would be 1.5 inches thick. Yes, you can put pots and pans in there. It's just a stained surface, so just worrying about the damage of that. If we use that alder material, it's just softer wood, so we just have to be careful putting those in there. But those openings would be reduced by about 3/4 of an inch by the time we put the frame on the front of that to make it look appropriate. Sink wall, undermount sink, no issues here. Cooktop, tray divider, spice pull-out, your floating shelves, double oven cab. I made a note there that this wall needs to be deep enough to accommodate the crown molding. That's the depth of the cabinet, plus the door adds 3/4. And then the crown molding comes out 2 5/8. So this wall really needs to be about 30 inches. Technically, I need 28 7/8, but if we bullnose it, I mean, 30 inches for this wall is a good number. Fridge, built-in fridge, so this cabinet isn't as tall. 85 inches of clearance, so we should be good there. Mudroom or laundry room. Got rid of that cabinet. If there's an obstruction in that corner, we can just delete that cabinet and put a clothes rod in there. Sink. Big blind corner cabinet that would have a shelf in it. The master, pretty straightforward. Downstairs bath 103, again, pretty straightforward. 107 upstairs bath. These are all 21 deep. And then the full height cabinets in that space with crown molding across the top. These are 12 deep, so one thing to pay attention to that. I think these were 14, yeah. So if that wall is 14, these are 12, plus the doors 3/4 and crown is 15 3/8. We don't have to put crown here. We can just put a vertical piece of soffit so we don't get in the way of the trim, or that trim's above the crown on the cabinet would be above the trim for the door. So just something to pay attention to there. Let me know what you think, and I'll send you the plan view, this, for the kitchen.